G'day viewers, it's Wednesday. Time for WAINGAFAT Wednesday.
Hello, it's WAINGAFAT Wednesday, it really is.
And that means, it's an acronym that means we're going to tell you, who am I not giving a fuck about today? And I'm not giving a fuck. There's a story that broke about a lobbyist for the Conservative Liberal Party in Australia. He's published what he calls a tongue-in-cheek article saying he could fix the budget if he was allowed to kill 20% of the poorest 20% of our population.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a proposal, and I'll tell you, the first person I'm not giving a fuck about, the federal treasurer, who's in the opposing political party, has said it's an outrage, it's terrible, it's appalling. Like, dude, you're not fucking outraged. You saw an opportunity to maybe score some political points, but you're not outraged because it's kind of fucking pathetic. But I will read you, like, you know, some money quotes.
So where's this guy from?
He is from a group that calls itself the Menzies Institute. They describe themselves as a think tank.
Do they make tanks?
Dude, they don't even make think in this place.
That's disappointing.
This is what passes for something worth reading. He's going like, because he says this is to strike back that the Labor Party is attacking the fabulously rich with some taxes on superannuation. He says, look, in contrast to the fabulously rich, the enormously poor make little useful contribution to society. They consume more than they contribute, putting tremendous strain on the national budget. A modest cull would strike at the root of our fiscal dilemma. If the least productive 20% of citizens were decommissioned, it would directly release a recurrent $25 billion, which would cover what he calls the overspending of the government. This bold initiative would rid us of indolent students, hapless single mums, lower order drug dealers, social workers, performance artists, Greenpeace supporters, and the remaining processing personnel in our collapsing yet heavily subsidised manufacturing industries. Now, while he goes, oh look, some people just want to be offended, and he says it's satire. Dude, it's only satire if you write or say things you don't actually believe.
Oh,
that's
right.
what satire is.
No, it's I got a better on satire.
What's yours?
Okay, see, satire is of a group of comedies that go from basic mimicry through to cliche, right? So first you get mimicry, then parody, then satire, and then cliche. Okay, so mimicry is if Milosh comes in and goes, and it's Milosh's mother goes, oh, Milosh, and then everyone just goes, oh, Milosh. That's mimicry, right? You're just making up what she said. And then you get parody, and you go, oh, Milosh's world of breakfast meats. Right, okay, so that's one more. You get having to go at Milosh and what Milosh is about with his breakfast meats. Then you get into satire and you go, the world of breakfast meats today reached its zenith with Milosh and his breakfast meats of Jesus. Okay, so that's satire right there, because you don't really believe that breakfast meats or Milosh is any good. And then you go into hack or got tired. You would have heard that, you know. It gets your YOLO out and go, you know, just chucks out the lols and goes straight for the tired and the old. It is made and constructed of fail, and that's what cliche is. So you go, I'm on a mildly unpopular Australian sketch comedy show. How about that? Ivan's World of Breakfast Meats would be good if meats could be considered just for breakfast.
Now, while that was actually textbook accurate description, all I'm left with, Milosh's World of Breakfast Meats?
Yeah,
the fuck goes on in your head?
I know, right? You should see it on the weekend when I shave. Oh, I didn't shave.
No,
when I don't shave, I was going to say when I didn't shave. Doesn't matter, let it go.
Back to our topic. When this guy...
ate a cat, okay?
When this guy from the Menzies Institute said, oh no, why would you get upset? Because it's satire. Look, you can say dumb shit. I say dumb shit all the time.
He really
that I don't
does.
expect to be taken seriously.
And then when I'm about to say it, he punches me in the head.
But then this guy goes on, I wasn't offended, but then he goes on to say, oh, it's like Jonathan Swift's famous satire, a modest proposal wherein he said to solve the Irish problem we should eat Irish babies. And I wasn't offended right up until Freddie Fuckstick, who is just completely dislocated financially, emotionally, intellectually, and probably physically from 90% of this country, likened himself to one of the greatest satirists of the English language.
Remember, he makes neither tanks nor thinks.
Okay, see, dude, what you are is a fucking idiot who actually does hate everyone you listed in that article. You're not a satirist, you're a fucking piece of shit who thinks it's funny to belittle people with no power from your fucking position of having everything, okay? That's not satire. I don't think you're a satirist, I think you're a cunt, okay?
Should stick magnets on Menzies because you could be able to generate power off him rolling in his grave.
Okay. And just for those paying attention at home, that was also not satire. That was my actual belief. This guy is an utter cunt. And if you actually think that type of thing is funny, then you're the sort of soulless shithead that I really don't give a fuck about.